Hey y'all, it's me, Kevvie. So back in 2019, I recorded a handful of videos reading excerpts from drag history texts. I originally made them for this subscription site, but when I wound up not getting any subscribers on there, I just never bothered to upload them. So now I figured since I'm talking more about books and drag history over here on YouTube, I might as well share these old videos. I'm not going to bother with editing them like my usual videos, just going to post them as they are. And with that, here's the first episode of Drag History Readings. Hey y'all, it's me, Kevvie. So every week I'm going to pick a person or a biography or a chapter of one of my many books on drag history and read it for y'all. So here's a little taste of what it'll be like. Today I'm reading from Jim Flint, the Boy from Peoria, the chapter about one of my favorite people in Chicago drag history, Nurse Wanda Lust. The wildest one of all of us was Wanda Lust, laughed Dina Jacobs. Wanda was crazy. I remember her doing How to Use an Appalachian Dulcimer at the Baton. Yes, it was an actual instruction recording that she did pantomime to. She'd do weird stuff, hilarious things, way ahead of her time. She played all over Chicago. Indeed, Wanda Lust was known to female impersonator audiences from the Baton as well as Sparrows, and would later go on to DJ and work in the Man Country's Bathhouse Music Hall. She was a singer, dancer, comedian. Wanda Lust also worked in the local gay community's VD van in the mid to late 90s, which traveled from bar to bar in the pre-AIDS era, trying to get patrons to get tested for venereal diseases. Karen Ross loved Wanda. Oh my gosh, she was hilarious, the whole concept, Ross said. I'd be there tending bar on Sundays at the VD van would pull up. You've got to picture this, a big VD van parked outside gay bars between 10 and midnight, trying to get people to get tested. And running around in the middle of all this, a really tall drag queen dressed as a nurse. Need I say more? Wanda Lust was even featured in posters around Chicago. They were an homage to the Uncle Sam posters that read, I want you to get tested. It was an important time for the community because the groundwork for gay men's sexual health and awareness was being laid in the years prior to AIDS. Lust is thus remembered for her tireless work as an advocate for sexual well-being as well as for being an entertainer. As for Lust's completely outrageous side, she is fondly remembered by many for riding on Man Country's U.S. Bicentennial Pride Parade float in 1976, dressed as Lady Liberty, draped in the flag but holding a dildo instead of a torch. Lust moved to Kansas City in 1978, and on February 19, 1980, she was with her lover in a theater trying to watch a movie. Leather legend and Man's Country owner Chuck Renslow explained, the guy behind her was making a bunch of noise. She turned around and told him to be quiet. Then when they walked out of the theater, he stabbed and killed her. She died in her lover's arms waiting for an ambulance. Gay Life wrote about Lust's impact on Chicago in a February 22, 1980 editorial. Wanda gave many hours of her time towards good causes, such as Howard Brown Clinic's VD testing and treatment drives, Lincoln Park Lagooners benefits, and the Frank M. Road III Memorial Building Fund. Wanda's last Chicago appearance was at Dragocious, a road fund benefit event. Too often, drag is disparaged in our community as an embarrassment, something to hide from the public, or a batch of frivolous, sexist froth. Not so, when so many performers, including Wanda, have given us all so much. Just as we have resisted the forces that would divide the S&M leather followers from the mainstream of gay community life, let us also resist separating female impersonators from the heart of our society. Because when Wanda Lust bled to death in his lover's arms last Tuesday, a little part of all of us died. So yeah, that's Wanda Lust, an important figure in Chicago's history that should never be forgotten. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week for the first episode.